All right, so we were early in the trip.
I think it was our first night.
Yes, it was at Reed Bingham State Park. We actually had people who were staying in the park. They saw our YouTube channel on the back of the rig and sent us a message. And they're like, hey, if you're going into North Georgia, you can't miss Cloudland Canyon. And we looked at it on a map, and I don't think either of us were really...
I don't know how I didn't connect that it was... I didn't know where it was, but I didn't think that's where it was.
Because we were going to look out Mountain KOA, and Cloudland Canyon is like right there. It was only like, I think it was within like 30 minutes of where we were staying. So we're like, all right, we'll check out Cloudland Canyon. We didn't have like any real big plans for it. It was just one of those things that we were just going to kind of like, if we have time, we'll go check it out kind of thing.
Yeah, we had like half a day, and we figured, well, shoot, I didn't know it was 30 minutes away.
Yeah, so we
hopped in the car and checked it out.
Yeah, it was in the afternoon, and it was just one of those things like, yeah, we'll go check it out and see what happened. It ended up being incredible.
Awesome!
Like
we were so glad we went.
Yeah, it was like one of our favorite days of the trip so far. So we did two. There's kind of like a rim that goes around the park. You can see like the big overlooks into the valleys and the gorges. Absolutely beautiful. So after we did the little rim overlook trail, we went down. There's two waterfalls. I think one may be a little bit more difficult to get to. It's a little more challenging of a hike. It was late in the day. It was hot. So we decided to go to, it's not really closer or easier, but the one that's, I guess, a little easier, the easier of the two.
According to Google.
But it was a hike. It was really rewarding.
It was absolutely beautiful and totally worth the stairs. Check out some video.
All right, so we are at the falls at Cloudland Canyon. Look at this place. So we're just all hanging out underneath this waterfall. No big deal. Elliot's getting brave. All right, this is the closest. This is the closest we're gonna get. This water's freezing. I'm shivering. It's time to go back.
We had an awesome time, and we loved where we stayed at Lookout Mountain KOA. It was a perfect location for seeing Cloudland Canyon and also Lookout Mountain. And the resort itself was really nice. Everybody was very friendly. We got to meet several other RVers at that park, some of who we followed around the country so far, or are following around the country. Yeah, and there was actually this, the disc golf. There was like a field. You go down this little like gravel road, and if you didn't know it was there, you'd have no idea it was there because it's like trees, and you like peer through and it kind of opens. But Freddie loved going down there. I know we're not supposed to keep him off leash, but it was a good fetch field. So when days that we were, trying to tucker Fred out, in the evening or whatever, we went down there and played a little fetch, and he had the time of his life down there. All right, so we're in Lookout Mountain area, Georgia, at a KOA.
It is currently 8:31 in the evening. It's about 67 degrees, and my Floridian wife is cold. She's cold.
I'm chilly, not cold. I'm
Chilly.
chilly.
She's cold.
I just wanted to point out that our daughter found us on the walk. And Joe's making fun of me for being chilly, but she came out in a hoodie. And Freddie also got his very first field trip.
Yeah, Rock City Gardens. That was we were a little iffy about Rock City Gardens. It's like heavily populated most days, and COVID-19 was starting to make an emergence in the southeast. But we ended up going early in the morning. We went there like 9 or so, and the place was like,
it was perfect.
I wouldn't say it was desolate, but there wasn't a lot of people there at all.
It was great.
We didn't have to wait to see anything. There wasn't any kind of big groups. And again, Freddie had a blast up there. You could see the look out there. You could see like the 7 states, and you'll see here in a minute. I'll show the footage. I even make a joke like Fred's nose was in the air the whole time. I think he smelled all 7 states while we were up there. So he was having an absolute blast.
All 5 of us approved.
Yes. So we are at the top of Rock City Gardens. You can see 7 different states. It's a little breezy up here today, but it feels amazing. Fred is now sniffing every scent that he can find from all 7 states. What a view. What an absolute gorgeous view up here. Yeah, so Rock City Gardens was amazing. Definitely recommend that.
The other great thing about the location of the Lookout Mountain KOA is it's right next to a drive-in theater, which looked super great. It had really great reviews, and the kids were so excited about seeing a drive-in movie.
And it is now in infamy as the great drive-in debacle of 2020. This is a very long segment. You may want to pause and get a snack.
This is the first time of the trip where we reminded everybody that we were supposed to be flexible and open-minded and go with the flow.
Here, You'll see.
Today was Freddie's first field trip of the summer, and tonight Freddie's going to his first movie.
I don't think I've been to a drive-in movie since, I don't know, maybe I was like 10.
You guys are cool if Daddy and I make out at the movie, right?
Oh man, you got to.
So the first feature starts at 7:30, and I'm actually okay if we can't see it that well. Beggars can't be choosers. There's only one Friday night that we're here, so whichever movies are playing are the ones we're gonna see. Oh. Freddie, what do you feel about the movie? Are you excited? Yeah. It's yes.
I just like that. I've never had a movie theater seat with air-conditioned seats before, I'll tell you that. Have some chili buns by the end of the night.
So I'm presuming that they open at 7, maybe?
Yeah, it's 6:57 now. We're queuing up at the ticket booth here.
Gator fans!
Go Gators!
In Trenton, Georgia, we found Gators fans at a drive-in movie theater. Our biggest debate of the night was, are we sitting in the car? Or are we sitting in the cab? Or are we sitting in the bed of the truck? In here. Are we sitting in the bed of the truck? So I think what we'll have to do is go to a second drive-in movie.
Yeah.
In the bed of the truck so that we can have...
Oh, these people up here have like an air mattress in the back of their truck.
That is so smarter than the average bear. We're clearly drive-in movie noobs.
Yeah, we're
gonna have to learn.
Gotta get it together here. 8:56 sunset today.
So I don't know how that works either. Movie starts at 7:30.
Yeah.
And sunset is at 9. That's not gonna work that well.
Well, it's gonna be Sonic, so like.
That's not that good. So for Sonic, for the first feature, the kids can sit in the front seat.
Yes.
And then we can switch places. All right, so now I'm wondering if I misread and if they open at 7:30. Well, it did. Okay, to be fair, it said to get there early either way. To be fair, it said to get there early either way, and there is a fair amount of people waiting here. So even if I was mistaken about the time, it still seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw a car moving. I got so excited.
I was like, please don't make me be wrong.
Well, I thought I looked earlier. I'm looking for the wrong thing. Wilderness, not out. No, wilderness. Outdoor. Theater. Movie theater. There it is. All right, let's check this out.
Okay.
I could have swore it said that the first feature was at 7:30. Features. Leah.
I don't know how good I am.
Gates open at 7:30 p.m. Movies begin 9:30 p.m.
Movie starts at 7:30.
Movies begin 9:30 p.m.
Nuh-uh.
Ooh, boy.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Not at 9:30. That's not true. That's not true. That's not. That's not true.
I read the same thing.
The best part is it's not like if we're in for it now, because what are we gonna be like, nah, let's leave? Because we can't, we're in line.
We're gonna go back to the camera like 2 o'clock in the freaking morning.
I'm just gonna
guys.
independently check this.
Hey
'Cause I
guys,
don't...
it's Let's Hit Wherever. It's 3 o'clock in the morning right now.
Hey guys, it's Let's Hit Wherever. We're feeding off the Pop-Tarts. We don't have Pop-Tarts.
The snacks were gone hours ago. It's
The
starting to get
snacks are
dirty. It's starting to get dirty.
They want to make...
We started relying on the gasoline for the thirst.
Because they
We're
told you to
gonna
make sure you're here early, but
We're gonna eat the
do they do that so that you use their concession stand, I guess?
Yeah.
Now I feel like a fool for eating dinner.
For the said ice cream. He was like,
For the record, we had salad for dinner and it was delicious. But now that I'm thinking of like chili dogs and like concession stand
Like-
hamburgers,
Jumbo
I
already
want
had
all
a
of it.
hot dog after baked Jumbo chili cheese dog.
yes. To be fair,
To be fair.
Yeah,
it is very clear that outside snacks are banned.
Yeah.
However, we do keep snacks in the car at all times.
What? Fred was apparently wearing sunglasses.
We're 10 minutes into our 2.5-hour wait, and the kids are already putting sunglasses on the dog.
2.5 hours until the movie comes on.
No, not anymore. Just 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Wait, so the movie actually starts at 9.
I think Daddy must have been
9:30.
wrong. Because it says they close at midnight.
They what?
And how can you run 2 movies and then close at midnight?
Maybe like you can't come in after midnight.
I'm trying to figure out how we got confused because it seems really, really clear. It definitely says gates open 7:30 and movies begin 9:30. So I'm trying to
9:30.
figure out what was the confusion here.
I don't know.
Okay, so you might be saying to yourself, dude, what happened to the drive-in? It's a long story. So, as you may gather, we thought the movie started at 7:30. Actually starts at 9:30. Right? So that's strike one. Like, I'm old. Like 9:30, I'm ready for bed. Like, I'm not even, like, I know everyone's
already
giggling. Like, and me and Colby, we're like old people. It's like,
Elliot and I are late night.
it's like 8:30. I'm like, whoa, look at the time, folks. Better start wrapping this baby up. Right. So we get up to the front of the line finally, and I tell the lady, I'm like, hey, I didn't realize the movie started so late. Could we just hit the exit? She's like, yeah, tell the gentleman up at the next stop and he'll let you through. Okay, cool. So I get to the next gentleman and I tell him the same thing. Hey, we didn't realize it was gonna be so late. We're just gonna hit the exit. Okay, cool. Just head down, follow the fence line, and you're good. This is where it gets interesting. So I'm driving around the back side of the thing, and I get to where it says exit. Right now, when we pulled into the place, there's 3 huge lanes. Right, one's like lane 1, lane 2, and on the far left it says exit. Right, so I'm already feeling a little bit like an idiot because I got up to the front of the line after waiting for 30 minutes, and I asked to go to the exit. So I see the exit sign, and I'm like, cool, and I start heading down the exit. Leah's telling me something in the meantime, but I didn't catch it because I'm in like exit mode. So I get to the end of the exit lane and realize that I was driving the wrong way. I was like driving up the exit.
You were driving. To be fair, you were in the exit lane. To be fair.
I was in the exit lane. I was just driving in the wrong direction. So I get up to the end and I'm like, where the heck do I go? Where do I exit? There's like a gate that goes into like some field, right?
We were telling you the whole time that you're going.
The whole time, all 3 of us were like, Dad, you're going the wrong way. You're just like,
I was driving all happy,
let's exit.
So
Hi, Fred.
I do a Yui real quick and I go back out. Now there's a guy at the front gate who was like, who was eyeing me down as I'm driving through the exit. He's probably like, this dude just went inside the exit lane. Like, where is he going? Right? He's got like the orange, these ones, So then as I'm coming out of the exit, and now I'm just trying not to make eye contact with the guy. And he looks at me and he's just like, just look of just disgust.
He does not approve.
He didn't approve.
So long story short, we are now gonna rent a movie and sit on the couch and watch it with microwave popcorn and call it a night.
And pudding.
So much for the drive. I gotta go.
Okay.